the psychic told her that in your previous life, Tom Cruise was your husband, Richard Gere was your father. She just went crazy. If you remember 10 lifetimes ago, it'll drive you nuts. If I tell you what happens in Samyama, fear will come or disbelief will come. Layers of past unconscious mind will just come up and work itself out. Suddenly, you find your body is beginning to crawl around like a snake. If you really want to see something of the past, you must be able to raise yourself into very heightened levels of awareness.
Namaskaram, Sadhguru. Is it possible to explore one's past lives?
Is there a way to explore past lives? I know a lot of absolutely ridiculous things are going on in Bombay about exploring one's past lives. These things are being done in such unscrupulous ways. A lady, you won't believe she is from Bombay, unfortunately. She is from Bombay, but she's now in United States for many years. They made it very big in United States. At one time, on a particular year, this couple earned the maximum amount on the share market. They were the biggest earners on the share market on that particular year. So you can imagine, in United States, the biggest earner per particular year means what they would have earned, okay. Big money they got into. And she's gotten into this whole thing that now she's mad about all this Hollywood stuff and all this. She's got homes, a couple of homes in Beverly Hills and here, there, everything just to be around there in the scene. And she's gotten hooked onto a psychic who charges $90 per hour consultation on the telephone. In person, it is more. So this psychic has been telling this lady, which this lady firmly believes. So the psychic told her that in your previous life, Tom Cruise was your husband, Richard Gere was your father. So you just have to be around. They will notice you today or tomorrow. So the husband is going nuts because the woman is trying to somehow fall into the eyes of Tom Cruise, throwing parties and buying homes around the place. The husband is just going crazy. Then it came to my notice and so somehow this lady landed up with me and she is 100% sure that in her previous life Tom Cruise was her husband. I knew she's strong on that, so I said, okay, it must have been. But I also knew Tom Cruise in his last life. He was one of the ugliest human beings in his last life, do you know? Huh? She never imagined that he could have a different body. She thought he will be just like that. So I said, I knew him very well in the past life. And he was so ugly, unbearably, do you remember? She just went crazy. So this is what past life stuff is doing to people, driving them crazy and, all kinds of fanciful things. That's not the purpose. They're just ridiculous psychological exercises. If you really want to see something of the past, you must be able to raise yourself into very heightened levels of awareness where it'll cut through the memory lines. But what's the point? Right now, what has happened in this life, you are not able to handle the memory. What happened 10 years ago, you suffer. When you're in this condition, if you remember 10 lifetimes ago, it'll drive you nuts, isn't it? So there is no point. But at the same time, there are Whatever you call as past life is just unconscious layers of the mind in terms of memory. If you bring yourself to heightened levels of awareness, these unconscious layers of the mind which are ruling you from within could be broken down, could be dissolved. I don't know if they showed you… did they show you some clippings of Samyama meditation? It's an 8-day program where we do… it's a very intense process. I think yesterday also we spoke something about this. If I tell you what happens in Samyama, fear will come or disbelief will come. Let's say you're sitting and meditating. After some time, you're fully conscious, but suddenly you find your body is beginning to crawl around like a snake. You know it is happening, you want to stop it, but the body is just crawling like a snake. You come out of meditation, you're perfectly normal. You sit for meditation, it crawls. Then maybe it hops around like a bird, maybe it goes around like a dog or a tiger or something, many forms it may take. Why this is happening is, in the unconscious layers of the mind, there are so many dimensions which are not in your access, but which are influencing everything that you do. So if you go through a process where with the heightened levels of awareness, you bring unconscious layers of the mind into conscious states, not in terms of memory, but in terms of energy and experience, you can work these things out and leave yourself completely free in a big way within yourself. In that context, it is relevant. But remembering something, memory-wise, is not of any consequence. It'll only complicate and mess up your life. Suppose you realized your neighbor's dog was in your previous life, was your husband, then you'll start throwing stones at your neighbor's dog. I don't know, whether you'll go and kiss him or you'll throw stones at him. Both ways it's dangerous, isn't it? Because he doesn't remember. You're throwing stones at him, you'll get into trouble with the neighbor. If you want to kiss him, you'll get in trouble with the dog. So, it's not safe for you, it's not necessary for you. But on a different plane, if you can bring it into your experience without going through the memory process, then it becomes a way of liberating yourself in a certain way. Samyama is a very… what we do is known as karma samyama. There are various types of samyamas, that's why it's karma samyama, where layers and layers of past unconscious mind will just come up and work itself out if you move to a certain level of intense awareness. No suggestions are given to you, no guidance is given to you. See, what happens in the mind is never trustworthy. Mind can deceive you in a million different ways. But what happens in the body is real, isn't it? Yes? Has your body ever lied to you? Your mind has lied to you a million times, isn't it so? Body has never lied to you. So that's why we always want these things to happen physiologically, energy-wise, not on the level of the mind, because mind is capable of unlimited hallucination. It can create anything and make you believe it's real.